Subscribe to Teckoh on YouTube or you will forever be a bot at Fortnite.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'll be showing you 5 box fighting techniques that I personally use a lot, both in-game and during box fight wagers. If you guys go on to enjoy this video, I would appreciate it a ton if you could drop a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content just like this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the first technique. Alright guys, so the first technique on this list is going to be a pretty unique technique by CRR. So this is the CRR Classic, he calls it. And what we're basically trying to do here is get a free shot on our opponent while they don't even know that the wall is... well, basically get a free shot through their wall, I suppose. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to set ourselves up something like this. You can also do this against someone who's on ground layer, but it's a bit better going up. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to open your edit menu and you're going to do these two tiles. You're going to select the back left and the front right. So it'll end up something like this. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to approach the wall, similar to this. Obviously, the whole motion is going to be a lot faster. And you're just going to be running in like sort of this way. And you're just going to pickaxe it. So you can see he's turbo building. And I go into the wall and I stop moving. So basically I'm phasing through it. So obviously if you go all the way through and you keep moving, you're going to end up going straight through the wall. So we don't want that. You just want to make sure that you go in, but don't go too far in where you just phase through. And obviously, as you saw, this can also be used to phase straight through. Just like that, if you want to just get in. So yeah, that's the first way, and I'll show you another way to do it that's also really helpful. Alright guys, so to do this second variation, you're going to want a sort of setup similar to this. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but you want to kind of have a box opposite diagonal from your opponent, and you're going to go to the wall attached to their box, but your wall has to be on a right angle, and their wall has to be on the right side, just like this. And you're going to edit this door and go out. So basically, I'm in my box right next to him, I edit this door, and I go out it. So from here, you're going to want to go up to this door and approach it, and you're going to angle yourself sort of like this, walking in, and you're going to do basically the same thing. So it might take a few tries to get the angle perfect. As you can see, I accidentally went all the way in there. I kind of walked too far in. So what you want to do is you want to just master the timing of when you stop moving. So this variation is a lot more difficult, but as you can see, I just got into his wall. He's holding turbo build, and obviously he had the time to realize there. So if I do it quickly and properly, it'll look something like this. Alright guys, so this next technique is very unique, and it only works if you have an RPG. So you're gonna obviously want to carry an RPG as often as you can, especially in this chapter with how overpowered they are. So you're gonna set yourself up on top of a turtling opponent's box, anything like this. They can have a roof, cone, whatever, it doesn't really matter, just any sort of box. And you're gonna build 2 walls opposite from yourself, similar to this. Now, throughout this process, you kind of want to cover yourself off, like you're going to want to make sure that you don't get shot at or third party. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in the corner of this box, and you're going to aim towards the top side, and you're simply going to shoot your RPG. So this breaks 2 walls, a floor, and a cone. So what you're going to want to do is the second you do it, you're just going to want to spam walls below. And then after, if you get both of the walls, you're going to want to place these as well. So this basically gives you full control over your opponent's box. So I can edit down something like that. I can go over to one of the side walls and do an edit or anything like that. So basically this gives you full control over your opponent's box with basically no risk. So I'll quickly show you an example of me doing this. Alright guys, so this next technique is pretty versatile. You can use it against someone that's right next to your box, in another box, or even just straight outside. And this is called the peanut butter edit, and this was made popular by MSF Clicks. So what we're going to want to do for this edit is we're going to position ourselves inside of our box like this. with a cone below us, and we're going to edit a top right triangle. So this is called the peanut butter edit because it kind of looks like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. At least that's what Click said. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to position ourselves around here, anywhere in this general vicinity up against the wall. We're going to jump up, shoot, and go back down. So this is really helpful because it honestly is so hard to counter. Like, it is possible to counter and hit high damage back, but it is so rare that somebody actually manages to do it. So yeah, this is super helpful, especially if you're on controller and you don't have scroll wheel reset to kind of jump shot like that, do something like that. So yeah, peanut butter edit is super helpful, especially in box fight wagers when you're kind of at a standoff. So yeah, I'll show you a quick example of it. Alright guys, so this fourth technique is another one from Clicks, and this is basically when you are in a box with your opponent and you have a ramp over them. What we're going to want to do is we're going to use a spiral ramp edit to get an easy angle on them, basically. So this can be done either way, whether they're on the right side or the left side. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up on top of them. Depending on what side they are on, you're going to start your edit on the opposite side, go back, and all the way around. So he's back here, and I'm going to jump up, just like that. See, this is great, because most of the time when you're on top of somebody like this, they're going to expect you to, like, edit back and go for a shot or something like that. Something generic and easy. Maybe even go like this, get a free shot on them. That's not really a free shot, that's a 50-50. But they really don't expect you to jump up and get the side angle on them. So, yeah, definitely use this whenever you're at a sort of standoff inside of a box. So, let's look at a quick example of this technique. Alright guys, so this last technique is, I guess, less of a technique and more of a general tip. But what you're going to want to do is, instead of doing the Mongol Classic like normal with a cone, or a ramp, I'm sorry, you're going to want to actually do this with a cone. So I'm going to show you why. Obviously I take his wall, right? I edit and I place a cone. So this is just because it's so much more versatile and so much less risky. So the first thing you can do is take it, place the cone in, and just go for jump shots just like normal. You want to go for some jump shots and stuff. Or you can quickly reset after you place a cone in their box. So basically I place the cone in, I reset. Make sure to hold my wall, make sure he can't take control back. And basically just go for shots from here. So I'm going to intentionally miss just to not kill him. You can just go for shots basically, so you have control. And the great thing about a cone also is that, say I place a ramp in his box, right? I do the Mongol Classic like normal. If this is his floor and we're on a layer above ground, he's able to just edit himself down. And he's able to just get out. But if he has a cone in here, first off, he's not able to edit out the sides because he's going to have to turn his back. So say he's trying to edit his sidewall, right? He has to turn his back to me. Just like that. See, that's the position he's going to be in if he's trying to edit out. And that's why this is so OP. So even if you do just psycho into their box, they're going to be trying to find a way out, but there's really no way out. So you can just psycho on him and kill him. So I'm going to show you an example of me using this in a fight. And yeah, let's get into that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more Fortnite tips and tricks content, then I would appreciate it a ton if you could consider subscribing. And if you'd like to support me even further, feel free to type code Teckoh into your item shop in Fortnite. This helps me out a ton. Finally, if you'd like to check out any of my other socials like Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch, they'll all be linked in the description. I hope you all have a great day and enjoy using these new techniques. Peace.